Hi.
How are you?
I am good. I am good. How you doing?
Good. Welcome to the Properly Polished Fall Hair and Beauty Fling. I did a little bit of an intro saying that you were going to be first up today, and we were super excited. Where are you from? Where are you out of?
Queens, New York. Born
Queens,
and
New York. Okay, so you'll be our second person out of Queens presenting. Yesterday we had some people from New Jersey, Detroit, Florida. So I was just saying we're kind of a global platform. So the great thing is that every people that you'll meet today or see today are coming from all over. So with that said, I'll let you go ahead and take over.
okay, so hi, my name is Elaina. I am the owner and founder of Crown Her Gorgeous. We are a luxury wig business. We also have number one selling products that I'm going to introduce a little bit later. Um, I've been in business for going on 4 years next February officially. I've been making wigs for 5 years and I've been doing hair, I don't even know how long, since I want to say in high school. That's kind of when I gained an interest in doing hair. I was the sewing girl. You couldn't tell me nothing about putting on a wig. Um, but one day I just decided to make a wig and I fell in love. Like, it literally took me 3 days to make the wig because me personally, I'm a perfectionist. So I wanted to make sure it was perfect. I wanted to make sure I had the best products. Um, so it just took me a while. But once I finished it and I made the wig and I put it on, like, I cannot describe the feeling that I felt the moment that I put on the wig. It was just, it was magical because I was like, oh my God, I don't have to spend time doing my hair every morning. Like, I can just put on this wig and just go. And it's a whole hairstyle. Some days you can, if you curl your wigs, it can already be curled. Or if it's straight, it's already, the style is prepared. Like, there's no more time, no more time you
Mhm.
have to spend in a salon. Um, you just don't have to wait on anybody. Makes you more self-reliant, more self-confident. Because a lot of the times, what was the last straw for me, and not to dog any stylish or anything like that, but there seemed to be, I want to say like 5 years ago, um, just a thing with stylists. They were becoming really unprofessional. They were eating while they were doing my hair. My last appointment at a salon to get a sew-in, my appointment was at 10. The young lady did not show up until 1. She did not text me back until, I want to say it was like 11:40. Like a dummy, I sat in the salon and waited for her to come in because I actually needed my sewing done for a job interview. I was going for a job interview in DC, out of state.
Oh.
And she just she just messed everything up. Like, I don't know what I ended up doing. I ended up wearing my natural hair and
Oh, so you didn't
um
even get it done. You didn't get it done
no.
at all.
Mm-mm. I washed it myself. I was ready for her to wash it, everything. So I ended up having to wash it myself, blow it out. I flat ironed it a little bit, and I put it in like a nice slick bun with a nice side part. And that's how I went to my interview. And it was what it was. I ended up getting a job, but I ended up not taking it for other reasons.
Other reason.
But that was my last straw. And then she texted me at, I want to say, 1 o'clock and told me, "You can come back now." I'm
Oh
not
my
coming back
gosh.
anywhere. Like, I'm long gone. At that point, I was already running errands, and I knew that night I had to wash my hair, blow it out, straighten it, do this whole process so that I looked presentable for my interview. So that was just me. I had enough. So for me, wigs just provide that just self assurance that I can sleep a little bit later in the morning and it's just get up and go. It's also, wigs are really good for um, women with kids. If you have a job where you have to wake up, you have to be there before 9 a.m. Wigs are great for that because when I'm taking my son to school, I am not dolled up. I am not, you know what I mean? But you don't want to go
Yeah.
out there looking like what the hell. So wigs has been my passion for a few years now. And one thing that I noticed this year was that in January, just starting the year off, I had one customer who came to me and said, could you revamp 3 wigs for me that I bought from you the previous year? I said, no problem, boom, boom. So after I revamped those wigs, I was like, okay, let me create content. So I created content for those revamps that I did, and they literally went viral. I mean, people were like, oh, I didn't know you did this service, but I've advertised it, but not as much.
Mm-hmm.
So then after those posts were going viral on TikTok and Instagram, then, more people started inquiring about revamping services. So when that happened, I ended up doing 40 revamps in January. And they were...
So this is pre-COVID. This is
Yeah.
before lockdown.
No, this is this year.
This year. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I did about 40 something revamps. I know, yeah, it was like 40 something when, yes, I did 40 something revamps. And I was just like, wow, people, you guys, I think everybody kind of still wants the luxury salon treatment and go to the salon. And so some people are just not going to wash their wigs. Some people don't want to do the whole reprocess of restyling it and things like that. Some people just don't know how to style, but they want to look good. And they don't have time to spend in the salon 3 to 5 hours. So then I decided, okay, it's time to create some products because I want you guys to do this at home because I have other avenues in my business that I do. And I felt that revamps were taking a lot of time. And I was going over a lot of different wig makers' work. And, some of the work wasn't what I consider up to par with mine. And some of my customers were sending me wigs that I feel like they put in the garbage disposal and then mailed them off to me. Like I didn't know what was going on.
So is there ever a point when you were like, no, you need to buy a new wig. This is not worth the investment, even to revamp? Did you have to have those difficult conversations with customers?
Absolutely. And they were hard because some people weren't receptive to those conversations. I touch a lot of hair. I can tell when hair is not of the greatest quality, but I can work with anything.
Right.
So I would tell them and give them my feedback, and then they would make a decision. Sometimes they would want a bigger closure. Sometimes they didn't. I had to educate them on different types of lace. I had to educate them on the construction. A lot of times they would send me wigs and the tracks would be loose. So it would just be, I had to do a lot of educating behind closed doors. And now I think that my audience, after about, I want to say, because I would talk about it on my story, and a couple of months, I think they're understanding what to look for when you're looking for quality.
And that's hard because I think you have you're inundated with so many wig makers today, right? So when I first started wearing wigs 12 years ago, nobody did this. Like there was no Instagram. You couldn't find people. The reason we created the platform is because I moved from New York City where I could find anything within 5 minutes to Orlando where you did not exist. It was either a Chinese shop, which wasn't going to happen because I already know quality having bought them from New York City custom wig makers, or trying to find you on Instagram, right? And this was 9 years ago. So it's so great that you take that time because a lot of times as a consumer, we're just going for the look. It looks good on her. Okay, great. Then I'll buy it. Like we don't ask questions about hair type, construction of cap, how do we maintain frontal versus closure. We just want what looks good. And sometimes if the stylist isn't educating us, when we get it, that becomes a whole new ball game because you have to maintain it. And that's the part where it looks pretty when you guys ship it to us. But if we're not educated on how to maintain that look, then it ends up being what you experience. People just sending you wigs that like are a mess. And quite frankly, too late to like go back and try and fix them up again.
Yeah, that's my biggest that was my biggest concern in 2020. How to upgrade my packaging, how to upgrade my styling so that my customers know how to maintain. It was just simple things of just putting care in the packaging or adding a QR code to a video so that when they get their wigs, you know, they can just watch it and different things
Oh,
like that
wow.
so they can
That's
DIY.
crazy. That's awesome. You're the
Yeah,
first person I've ever heard of that's done
that's
that.
a
And I
little secret.
buy a lot of wigs and nobody's ever done that. That is awesome.
People always say, like, I know some of my wig friends, like, you just do the most, but you know, I want them to send me back quality photos. It's taken a while because it was a point where I felt like, prior to the pandemic, I'm like, I've made X amount of wigs and I'm not getting any pictures. And I'm like, why? I know this wig was like amazing, but why are you not sending me pictures? So I had to make it easy for them. So now, my consumers, when you buy a wig from me, you get a QR code in your package of me styling a wig on my head. Well, it's just curls.
What?
For
Are
right
you
now, it's just curls.
serious?
Yes. For just curls
Elaina,
because
I just want
I
to wig
want
and
them
bangs, and I
to.
cannot for the life of me get those bangs to sit the way they sit in her Instagram. Like,
Yeah, I have
what?
to add some more. So I know I'm going to end up changing the thank you card, but you know, just getting them to learn how to make their wig flat, what products are good.
Yeah.
I've seen other wig makers put pamphlets. Those are really good. People like to read pamphlets, different things, but I definitely go above and beyond for my customers because I want them to provide me with the best feedback experience that I can
So
provide
how
to.
do you use, you mentioned TikTok, social media. How do you use that to elevate your brand and your customer at the same time?
So
Because
TikTok.
I don't know a lot of great wig makers on TikTok. That's awesome that you're using that.
So just not to give away too much, but there's a certain formula to TikTok that I feel like I've mastered now. But TikTok is about what you can give people. It's kind of a little bit, it's selling your soul, but you know, it's like kind of half selling your soul. So, so pretty much giving a lot of information, but not really giving a lot of information, if that makes
Right.
sense. So I saw another TikToker do this. Um, just going in a beauty supply store and showing them the products that they can slay their lace with. And I know this particular wig maker, she's still in the journey of learning how to master this, but she knows what, you know what I mean? It just
Yeah.
providing useful information. So that's the best thing as a service-based business, providing useful information. Also, you know, showing the processes and different things like that. So that's
That's
what
awesome.
I try to do. Um,
Who are you
and I
inspired
post
by
content.
who's in your industry? Like who inspires you?
Um, me
Who do
personally,
you look to? Yeah.
me personally, it's more so not how much they make, it's kind of how they carry themselves. Um, I do look up to Everything Ebony,
Hmm.
um, just for different reasons because I feel like she is very just direct and authentic. I look up to Ming Lee because
Hmm.
I remember being around when she first started Snob Life and like what is this thing on Instagram, because she did a lot of ads that brought in attention. She brought an aesthetic. Um, who else? Uh, I'm
Are
sure
there,
there's more. I don't really want to point, you know, be pick too
no, no,
favorites,
no,
but those
but
are two people that I really, really, really look up to, and I really like the way that they carry themselves and how knowledgeable they are.
well, and you're a designer as well. Like so much of what you do is design based in the art of creating these amazing hair pieces. So when you sit down to create an assortment, what is that process like for you?
I want to give you a feeling. So that goes hand in hand with my captions, how I talk to my audience. Um, if I'm given a side part, I have to give side part energy, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm creating a middle part, I'm going to give you middle part energy. If I'm creating curly wigs, I'm going to highlight things that I know somebody who likes curly hair would want to know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just honestly my voice. And I try to keep this, the voice has to match the unit.
Awesome. Do you design by collection or you design by like season?
That's one thing that I wanted to get into. I'm very particular and I try to be very strategic. I think that's something that I'm going to get into next year.
Okay.
But the way that things are rolling in my business, I just want to keep it as is. I kind of like to start things like in a quarter or like at the top of the year or
Mm-hmm.
things like that. But I definitely have some things that I cannot wait to share with my audience. If you're on here or anybody who's interested in my business, stay tuned because November and December, I have a lot planned.
Awesome.
So I know we've been talking about wigs for a long time. I did want to get into the products. Okay, so just a quick backstory if you're just joining. We were talking about wig revamps, and I found kind of like a need for these products that I'm about to show you. I found that a lot of my customers did not know how to care for their wig, or didn't want to. So I created products to make you do it and to make you want to do it yourselves because it's an investment. You shouldn't be, not that I don't want to take on the job to clean and revamp your wig, but for my business, it started to become not conducive to what I wanted to do. I felt that all I was doing was revamps for 2 months, and I wasn't creatively, I wasn't creating. And so a change had to come. So back in January, I started to develop a product, a shampoo and conditioner that would thoroughly clean your wigs. And the way that I came about it was before I had the product, I did some research and I found how apple cider vinegar cleans and neutralizes and clarifies your hair. So I was like, whatever product I come out with has to have apple cider vinegar. So this is my shampoo. It's a clarifying shampoo. You can use it on your wigs and natural hair. The pH is very low. There's not a lot of apple cider vinegar in it, but there's enough to cleanse your hair, your wig of bacteria. It also has jojoba oil, which is an antiseptic. So jojoba oil is an oil that's going to bring a lot of body back into the unit and moisturize it, but it's not going to let the apple cider vinegar dry it out.
Okay.
It is pink. As you can tell, it's one of my favorite colors. So it is like a light pastel pink. And this is the first part of my wig revival kits.
Nice. And this is available on your website, correct?
Yes, it is.
How much is the shampoo? I'm just putting it in the feed for everyone to know.
The shampoo should be $14.99. Don't quote me if I'm $1 off.
Okay.
The next part of the kits is my deep conditioner. It has argan oil and macadamia oil. I love the way that macadamia oil smells. And if anybody knows argan oil is next to avocado oil, is one of the super fatty oils that provides a lot of luster and it makes your hair softer. So whether you use it in your natural hair or you use it in your hair care products, or argan oil is going to provide a lot of moisture back into your hair. So you can see this is one of my personals. Usually it'll have a lid, but I keep a personal collection for myself because I actually use my products on the wigs that I sell. So if I sell all of my products, I don't have anything to use because I do not use anybody else's products. I've cut out the beauty supply stores, so it's only my products. But it is very soft, very creamy. It kind of like, if you see, it's almost gone.
Yeah.
And that is what happens when it's in your hair. So it kind of just melts right in the hair. And then it just, that your hair will turn to butter. I have some reviews on the site underneath the revival kit. And people have come and bought 3 to 5, 2. It's always more than one of the conditioner. And it just really smells amazing. I really took my time. This was a thought that I came up with in January, February, and I did not launch this product until June.
Oh, wow.
That being said, I really took my time, and a lot of great things take time. I didn't want to say, oh, I came up with something, blah, 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 and here you go, buy it. One way that I knew that it was working was that when my customers would get their wigs, they were like, what do you shampoo and conditioner, shampoo and condition your wigs with? Because this smells amazing. And I would just smile and I would just say, oh, products that I make, and then they would be like, wow, like this is incredible. Like, can I have some? And I just kept telling them, you kind of have to wait until I'm ready to launch it.
And this is not a leave-in. This is a wash and condition.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. These are the only 2 products that you need. These are good for your natural hair, and it's so good for wigs.
Okay.
2 steps. Because I know a lot of people get their bundles, and I guess like the 2000 and this is like times have changed. This is not 2010 anymore. You can't just co-wash your hair. You can't just co-wash your bundles. You have to cleanse them. No matter if you get them from China, India, Indonesia, Southeast Asia, anywhere. You have to cleanse them first. And it gives the hair a clean slate. That's the best thing that you can do. I wouldn't advise you to shampoo your hair more than once a month. But definitely initially when you get it, your first time washing it, you absolutely should clarify it before conditioning it.
Yeah, that was one of the things that the wig makers and actually natural hair care companies were educating us on yesterday. Specifically, Delandria for natural hair care, she was saying that when you are braiding your hair, you need to wash the synthetic hair first before it touches your scalp or your real hair. I have had braids for years. I have never done that. Didn't even think to do that. So that there really is more education that should probably take place around washing your bundles, washing that synthetic, because I didn't even think about it, but when you say it, it makes sense.
You need a cleansing agent to get away from the bacteria.
Right.
You can't see the bacteria, but it's there. You have to cleanse your wigs and your bundle. When you get a brand new wig from somebody, no. But after you've worn it a week or 2, you need to cleanse the wig. Also, I will be doing a demo on this pretty soon, but my shampoo alone can get rid of the glue on your lace with ease.
Oh.
With ease.
Yeah, that needs to be a demo.
Yeah. I definitely will have it on my page.
It definitely needs to be a demo.
I took a break from wigs, as you can see, so but it's coming soon. So this right here is my Wick thermal bags. If you look inside, you can see the coils, the heated coils. It's plastic around, so you can put your bundles inside without any protection. You don't have to put it in a plastic bag or anything like that. And these are my larger bags. I used to sell a bag that was half this size. I'm working on getting bigger bags. I'm also changing the temperature control. It's going to be digital, coming soon. But yeah, so these heat up to 160 degrees Celsius. And there's a low setting and a high setting. And pretty much what it does is, when you think about when you go to the salon and you get a deep conditioning treatment, what do? They add heat, because heat will help the product penetrate the hair shaft. So the same thing with wigs and bundles. You want to do the same thing. Also, this product is good for speeding the toning process. So if you have balayage, or you have blonde hair that you're toning to a different shade, this will speed up the process. When I send these out, I usually send them with a formula and kind of a do's and don'ts guide, to let you know kind of what to do, what not to do. You should not put water directly inside of the bag, because there's actually a small hole back here. And if you put water inside, it's going to leak. So you should apply the product first and then place it in the bag. Also, this product it works better if you preheat it for about 10 minutes, just to get it warm, so that you can speed up the process. Also, when you color hair, when I'm coloring hair red, brown, I use my bag. Hair colors in 15 minutes, as opposed to it taking an hour, or me leaving it and forgetting it and letting it color overnight. So this has been a lifesaver. This is, I feel, in my opinion, is a luxury item. It's going to make your life a whole lot easier. And I just feel like it's the solution to everybody's problems. You put your old wig in here with my conditioner, or whatever conditioner you choose, and it's going to melt like butter. Right now, I have a few of these left in stock. I believe less than 15 to sell in this model. So get them while they're still on here, because every time, as opposed to just this last Friday, most times so far I've been selling out. And these go really quick. I'm talking about within minutes or a few hours.
So we wash our wig with your shampoo, put the conditioner in, put the wig in the thermal bag, set it for how long?
For deep conditioning, it's up in the air. Deep conditioning, I put it on high.
Okay.
Because it penetrates better. I do about 20-25 minutes.
Okay. Then you remove it, rinse the conditioner out, air dry it.
Yep.
Is that your method that you recommend? Okay.
Yes. I'm also coming out with a tool to help you hang up your wigs and air dry them, because it's always best to air dry your wigs. I know a lot of people are in a rush and they want to blow dry it, but air drying is always the most healthy.
Right.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Oh, no, that's great. Thank you for sharing. I did put in there wig thermal bag. I am going to go in here. You guys need to go and check out crownhergorgeous.com. I'm going to go ahead and put it down here so everybody can have access to it. Yeah, this was wonderful. And I have one last super quick question before I have to let the next person on. We all know we're supposed to air dry versus hair drying, blow drying our wigs, but why is that? Like, why is blow drying not great for your wig?
Because you've already, if you deep condition the wig already, you've already added heat to the shaft. And when we're dealing with dead hair, because this is dead hair, right? You're breaking the shaft, too much heat, because think about it, you're already going to style your hair. Right. So when you think about the same thing that you do with your natural hair, you should do with your wigs. So you wouldn't blow dry your hair, then straighten it. That's why your curls don't revert back. It's just too much heat. It's damaging.
Right.
Your hair is only supposed to take a certain amount of heat.
And that includes your wig hair as well.
Absolutely.
Good to know. I never understood why. I just knew you didn't do it, so I just didn't do it.
No, you'll kill it because you know your hair has a natural wave or a curl to it, and
Yeah.
you're gonna kill that. You know, so you want your hair to still be wavy if it's straight hair, still be wavy if it's body wave hair after you dried it and applied heat, and then you want to style it. You know, you're putting heat back on it,
Right.
so you don't want to damage the natural pattern of the texture.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so everybody go to crownhergorgeous.com. Thermal bag, shampoo, and conditioner all available for sale. And you will also get a chance just to check out Elaina's overall website, work, everything you need. Learn more about her. It's all on her website. Thank you so much, Elaina. I'm so glad that we
Thank
finally got
you.
to connect.
Bye.
Bye.